Hello, hello, hello. I am back from Washington and it is so good to see you guys again. Sorry, I am 30 minutes late. I got an update on the app where my content will be. For those of you who haven't heard about the update, my content is coming to an app. And there will be guided meditations, there will be um, dream guides, so like audio classes, meditation, sleep music, a little bit of everything that I create on here and more. And I'm so excited. I already have a bunch of content on the app, and it is launching. It is already launched on Apple, and so we'll be talking about this in a little bit, but I'm going to be choosing a few of you to test out the app for me and the launch partners of the app. And basically, I will just be asking a handful of people who use iPhone for now, since it's only launched on Apple so far, to kind of test out the app. My content will be on there. You can give us your feedback, and I'm just really excited for this to launch. I've been wanting to put my content on an app for a while to make it more accessible, whether it's for my second channel, so you have some sleep music on an app that you can use without having to be on YouTube, and also the content that's on here. So we will be talking about that a little bit more. One thing to note though is if you are not an iPhone user, I'm not either. I use an Android, so I don't have access to the apps in the App Store yet, but if you still want to test out the content or see kind of what's on the app, I am going to be releasing it for members. Some of the content that you see for members already is content from the app, so you may see the dream work guides and the guided meditations that I released not too long ago for members. Those are on the app, so if you are wanting to kind of see what's on the app and kind of see the content I'll be creating, but you're not an iPhone user, that is an option for now. So good to see you guys. As you guys know, I went to Washington for my birthday, which was on the 12th, and a big reason I wanted to go was to see the Palisade meteor shower. A meteor shower, that specific meteor shower happens every year on my birthday. It happens, I think, like a couple days before and a couple days after, but the peak is on my birthday. And in Utah, it's very overcast, and the pollution makes it hard to see, and the light pollution especially makes it really hard to see the stars here. I can see like a handful, maybe like, I don't know, 7 to 20 on an average night here, and I was like, we should plan the trip to Washington around my birthday so I can try to see the meteor shower. So good news, I did get to see a little bit of the meteor shower, and I'll kind of talk about like my trip and stuff, and kind of what we did. I will show you some cool new things that I got. I actually got this new kimono that I don't know if I can back this up enough, but it is super long and beautiful. It kind of drags on the ground because it's so long. It is so amazing, and for those of you who don't know, well, you probably do by now, I love kimonos. I don't have one this magical and majestic. Well, now I do, and it's my favorite color. As you can tell, I really love blue. And so for my birthday, for myself, I got a handful of cool blue clothes. So I got some other clothes too, but most of them are blue. That's my goal most of the time. To get as many blue things as possible. My space is very blue as well, but that is one thing that I love that I got. I went to this cool tarot shop. Some of you may know it's called, it's like Love Potion and Curiosities, I believe. Or Love Potion Magic and Curiosities or something, but it's downtown Vancouver. I got this cool basket, yeah, for protection, and just because I fucking love Egyptian stuff, I got that as well. Has a little comes out. But that was super cool. So those are things. I found this cloud, this crystal cloud. You know I had to get this. This is very... What else did I get? Oh yeah. I got this cool little crystal heart, and I just put it on one of my little art stands. Oh! You want to see one of the coolest things I got? One of my favorite things. And by the way, I know I didn't go live out there. It was kind of hard because we were with Chance's family, and I don't feel like I had a lot of time to go live, but I did get a lot of content that I'm making into shorts and stuff. So I do have tons of content that I'm going through to hopefully make some shorts out of. But one of the things that was really cool is I went into the Washington kind of forest and got some moss. That was my first time foraging moss, and I got tons of different types of moss, and I added it to my terrarium, and I added some rocks and stuff and made it look super cool. So I'm going to show you that right now because I'm very proud of my terrarium. And I plan to do a video on my plant table in my plant tour because I have like 50 plants. And I've been meaning to do that for a while, but I've just been kind of like overwhelmed with content to create. But I made a little cave, and yesterday I saw the first little tiny bugs in there. They were like 2 little ones that were just like on this tiny leaf, and I thought that was super cool. Hello Cypher, what is up? This is a variegated creeping fig in the front. That bright moss you see is club moss. I wish there was a maybe if I turn on my back dream light, maybe that would help. It's kind of bright though, so we'll see. Yeah, very bright. I don't know if this will help. Oh no, that helps. That definitely helps. And then I have a few different types of moss in there. You can see some tree moss in there. I'm still kind of new to terrariums and stuff, so I don't know a ton yet. But I thought it looks super adorable. And this is my little cool geometric thing I got for it. See all the layers for the terrarium. And it was so fun to make, and it's doing really well. This was my first one, and I've had it for, I don't know, probably like 4 months-ish, so I'd say that it's doing pretty well. But it looks very beautiful. It's all cool in there. I love it. I check it every single day. I check all my plants every day. I have so many. It is like my pride and joy. And so that was one of the main things that I wanted to do when I went to Washington. Hello, Shelby. How's it going? Was go get moss. And so I'm so glad that I was able to do that. It was just covering everywhere, all over the trees and the ground, and you could just kind of pluck it off, and it's really easy to care for as long as it has, you know, humidity. It doesn't even really need light that much, but obviously a little bit. It just does fine on its own. And so I wish I could show you all my plants now. But it's a rabbit hole, I promise you. I never shut up about them either, so any moment that I get to talk about plants, I will. So I'm going to try to have Chance film for me or something, and I'm going to make a whole video on my plants for those of you who care. It's a new passion of mine. I've always loved plants, but I've never really knew how to take care of them. Because my mom never had plants growing up or anything, but my grandma loves plants. She always had animals. And so I learned a lot of this from my grandma, and after she passed away, I got some of her plants, and of course I did not want them to die. A couple of them did, but that was just a part of the learning curve, I guess. But it, like, me taking care of her plants really made me want to learn everything I could, and now my house is just covered in plants, and I know my grandma would be very, I feel her here a lot, so she's probably in heaven that my house is turning into basically a jungle. Good to hear. What else did I get from there? I got a lot of little things that I wanted to show, but everything's kind of scattered around since I've gotten back. Everything's kind of a mess besides this one little area. But I'll kind of just walk you through some of the trip. Again, I have stuff, content, that I'll be making into shorts on this and stuff. But it was Chance's parents, me, Chance, and Juno, and we wanted to take them there because they're also kind of exploring where they want to move and stuff. And Washington is just such a beautiful place, and it's always raining and overcast and beautiful. And so we were telling them, like, you have to at least come out here with us. You have to at least explore downtown Vancouver, which is I haven't hardly seen any of Washington, and I already know that I'm moving there. Specifically, I want to move to Vancouver, but I've seen like nothing of Washington still. But I already know, like, that I really want to be there, and so we told them, like, oh, you know, you love it for this reason, the weather. Well, when we get there, it's like the hottest time of the entire year, so it doesn't rain once. It is like burning hot. It's like hotter than Utah. Utah is like desert, fucking hot heat, and dry too, which thankfully it's not like that in Washington. But we went, it was over 100 degrees literally the whole time. And so the weather we were trying to leave, we kind of experienced in Washington, but of course there's still everything that Washington has to offer. So Juno also is incredible at road trips. He used to be terrified of being in vehicles and being near parking lots and stuff, but he can go on a 12-hour road trip, and he's totally chill. He takes bathroom breaks when we do, he stops when we do. Other than that, he's just chill, doesn't even mind. And so that's been a relief that we can still travel with him, and that not only can we, but he loves it. Like, he really likes it. Thank you. Yes, it was definitely the best birthday that I've had in a while. Pretty much because it's in my favorite place, so it felt very special to turn 27 there, you know, because I feel like every year is kind of a new era of my life in a way. And the new year doesn't start at the end of the year, like December for me, where I'm making all of my, like, okay, this is how this next year is going to go. My birthday is like my new year for me. And so it felt very special to be in a place that I loved during that time. And even though we didn't get like any rain, it was still super nice because I was able to get us an Airbnb that was like a full house, upstairs, downstairs, had like 5 bedrooms, like 3 bathrooms, something like that, an outside area where there was like, I can't remember what type of cornhole. There was ping pong, there was darts, all kind of spread out on the property. They had a hot tub, which that's where I watched part of the meteor shower, which was super cool. So there was like lots of stuff to do just at the house alone. But one of my favorite parts of, at least from Vancouver, what I've explored is the pier. So it overlooks the water. They have tons of restaurants, they have live music. It's like such a different vibe than what I experienced here. And so I definitely wanted to experience, you know, the nightlife out there and kind of go out. And that's what we did the night of my birthday, after kind of exploring downtown, getting as much iced coffee as I could handle, and finding all of the cute, dreamy kimonos that I could. After all of that, we went to dinner at the pier, and I didn't really know, I just looked up a place and we ended up going. I'm really glad that my account is where it is right now, especially for that trip, you know, that I got paid not too long before that, because the pasta dish that we got, it was like, and I wanted to do something kind of crazy for my birthday, and I love food, I love to eat, so I was like, let's just go somewhere and try something new. The pasta that we got, and I have a video of them doing this and everything, it was tossed in a flaming Parmesan wheel, like table side. We got like the best bread I've ever had in my life. And I wanted some margaritas, and I didn't even know what a flight was, and I had to ask Chance, what's a flight? And he's like, oh, it's like a whole set of drinks that they bring. Like, and I was like, okay, sure, let's get one. So we got like a flight of margaritas. There was like strawberry, passion fruit, mango. There was a spicy one and something else. I don't even know, but it felt so, I've never been able to do that for myself, and I've never had a birthday dinner like that. So it was really, really cool. And they brought me over some like ice cream because it was my birthday at the end, and we were sitting outside, and right before I go to blow the candle goes out from the wind, and I was like, I'm gonna make a wish anyways. Of course it doesn't matter, but I'm a very I don't know, I have all these associations in my head to like little magical moments and little sentimental things. So I was like, I'm gonna make a wish anyways. And as soon as I'm making my wish, looking up at the sky, I see the biggest shooting star I've ever seen. Probably not ever, because I've had some crazy star watching sessions, especially when I was little. That's where all the crazy shit happened. You guys remember hanging out on the trampoline, having sleepovers on the trampoline with tons of blankets, snacks, and you're just under the sky watching the stars all night? I don't know if you did that. That was a huge part of my childhood. So I don't know if anything could beat those meteor showers. But who knows? I'm always down for another meteor shower to see. But it was the most magical shooting star ever because of the timing and everything. And it just, that was my goal, is I just really wanted to see a shooting. You guys don't even know how much the sky means to me. It doesn't even make sense, but most of my favorite memories have either had to do with the sky or happened under the sky. Like, I love cloud watching. Every time I hung out with my friends, whether we just got lost in the forest and did psilocybin or something crazy or whatever, there was always, the sky always played such a magical, important part in different areas of my life. Even when I needed to confide in someone and I didn't have friends when I was little, I would talk to the moon. You know, it was always this connection to the sky that felt very important and sentimental to me. And so my goal, since I have not been able to see the meteor shower for like the past 4 years in Utah because it's either been cloudy, it's the pollution, or something's happened, my goal was, I just want to see one shooting star, just one, and the timing of when it happened was beautiful. And I was so grateful. And then I ended up seeing a handful more after that. Of course, it wasn't the meteor showers that I remember when I was little, of like, just, do you guys remember that? Constant, just streams across the sky. The biggest shooting stars you can imagine, with like tails of different colors, like reds or blues. That's kind of what I'd see. And the bigger the shooting stars are, like the ends of their trails kind of like curl off and just disappear. Oh my god, it's just so sick. And the fact that we can just see into space and see all this shit happen, that we're like not even a part of it all. It's a whole other universe happening outside of anything we've ever known. And the fact that we can just look up and look into the unknown. Did you know that because it takes light, it takes so much time for light to travel to Earth, that a lot of the stars that you actually see have already exploded? They're not even actually there, but because light takes so long to travel to your eyes, it still looks like those stars are still there. So it's kind of like you're looking at artifacts in the sky. It's like you're observing history. It is so beautiful. And I just am, wow. I just love, I love the sky and everything related to the mystery of it. It's just so beautiful. And so that was the point of this trip, like, just to see a little piece of the meteor shower. And especially since it falls on the peak of this meteor shower falls on my birthday every year. It's like space is throwing me a birthday party. I have to watch space's fireworks. You know, like, at least a little bit. So that was the highlight of my trip. And the rest of the time, I just wanted to eat as much food as possible, because I'm a foodie. I could eat as much as like 2 families put together. And you think I'm joking. I kind of wish I was, but like, I'm not at all. So I just ate so much. We went to Little Conejo, which is, if you're in the area, is like this super bomb, like street taco, like authentic Mexican and like Latin type thing. I'm not exactly sure the specifics, but it is nice. It is classic. It is delicious. It is right in downtown Vancouver. Brood is the best coffee shop you'll ever go to. Brood is coffee and pub, and it is so amazing. The people that work there are just so sweet. The environment is so cool, and you can actually go up the stairs and sit up on the loft looking over the bar, and especially on a rainy day with those nice windows, all the lights. They have tons of plants up there. I got videos for you guys. Again, for anyone, I didn't just go to Washington and come back with nothing. I just didn't have a chance to go live out there, but I am going to Hawaii in a couple weeks, and I will be going live there, and this will be like a content dump. Like, I will be filming as much as possible in Hawaii. But Washington was a little tricky because it was my birthday, and there were a lot of moments that felt kind of like personal, or we were out to dinner with Chance's family, you know, and I just like didn't want to just be like pulling out my phone. But I did get a ton of content driving there, back, all of the little things, and it was just so cool. So I'm very excited to live out there. What else do I have planned? Oh yeah, in October, I might go to TwitchCon. I think it's October, which is going to be in Vegas. So I don't know if any of you are into that kind of thing. Chance really wants to go to TwitchCon. So that will be my first time going to that, if we go to that. So if any of you are going to that, I will see you there. But I will be I think those are the last 2 trips this year for me, so I'll make sure to get a lot of content out there. Yeah, it's so cool, Cypher. Where are you located? I'm not sure. I'm sure that there's some aspect of, you know, how we could view it all over the world, but I'm not sure of where it's the most visible. But I'm glad I at least saw a few of them. And what's cool is in Washington they have tons of observatories, which I've never been to anything like that. I would love that. Oh, California! Oh, cool! Awesome! I love California. I took a road trip. Oh, you may know, but I took a road trip a couple years back all through California, and it was awesome. It was so cool. I saw so many cities I've never seen, so many beaches. That was probably the trip where I've definitely hit the most beaches. Is what's that one highway called that like you ride the coastline all through California? I-80 or something? I'm not sure exactly. But we took that road through California, so we got all of the beautiful scenery. It was amazing. We took that, and we got to see Shasta and everything along the road. There was so many beaches. It was amazing. What else did I just tried to find as many interesting, witchy, cool things as possible. For those of you who didn't see, I really, 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 really love this. Look how long it is. Try to go back here. It goes all the way to the ground. It's kind of like feels like a dress. So that, and you can just throw it on anything, you know, and you don't get sunburnt. It's great. It's like the thinnest material you can imagine. And kimonos and just like sweats and harem pants is kind of all I've been wearing forever now. And it is so great. I haven't worn jeans for probably since 2017. 2018 at most. Okay, yeah, we're getting up there. Comfort, always, okay, is priority, as long as we can help it anyways. But that's kind of how I spent my birthday. We brought our Switch, so we played a lot of Mario Kart. And if there's anyone who wants to play games sometime, I don't know if there's anyone in here who plays Mario Kart or anything, but shit, dude, that online shit is hard. I swear it was different back then. Maybe it was because back then when I played Mario Kart, it was just like against your friends and like people around you. Online, it's like the best of the best that are like grinding. And I'm just like, what is happening? The blue was, you know, like if I'm gonna turn into a blueberry one day. I swear. I don't know, I don't think it's a coincidence either that one of my favorite things in the world is blueberries. And also, blue is just surrounding me constantly. My world is gonna be blue. I used to play WoW. I haven't played WoW for like 8 years. I do play Diablo. I loved the previous Diablos. I haven't played the first one, but I've seen a lot of the gameplay of it. Right now, I'm really taking my time with Tears of the Kingdom. That's one of the games that I'm playing right now. I was playing Halo yesterday with a few friends. TFT if you're just like super casual gaming. 7 Days to Die is super fun because I love like survival horror type games, especially ones that you can just mob around with and play with your friends. So 7 Days, I haven't played for a few months, but oh sweet. What's your favorite class in WoW? I haven't played literally since like Mists of Pandaria, which was a while ago. And I probably played it for like 6 to 8 months. But I'm kind of the gamer that I kind of obsess over a game for a little bit, and then I think I'm with that with most things, actually. I have lots of little tools in my tool belt, and it's just when I get really curious or like obsessed with something, I like do it for a few months until I kind of move to something else, and I just kind of gain all these little things that I like that come out at different times. Oh yeah, I love mages. One of my favorite was a monk, Mistweaver monk, but that's because me and Chance would just dominate people. I can't remember exactly which build. We just talked about it the other day, but he was the tank, and I would just like mass heal, especially in arenas. No one could touch us, and it was so fun. I do miss arenas and battlegrounds. That was really fun. But I've always loved like hunters and stuff too, and archers, stuff like that. I did like paladins a lot because they're a little bit of both, you know, tanky and magic. They're kind of fun. I think the first thing I ever played was a what was it? A night elf. I played like strictly just like kind of alliance stuff. And then I started playing tankier people on Horde, and I was like, oh, this is kind of sick. So I've kind of been all over the place with my characters, but yeah, I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there. I've played mostly magic, but I've kind of always gravitated towards like ranged characters for the most part. But of course it sucks early game, because that's when you're super, you know, squishy and you're not very tanky yet. So magic can be a little bit rough in early games for sure. But I do miss Diablo. I definitely want to play Diablo. Chance has been having a lot of fun with that, and Starfield is one that he's like obsessed with right now. That he like cannot wait to come out. So, but the game that I've pretty much just been dedicating the most time to, it's definitely Tears of the Kingdom, but the last game I played was either Halo or Mario Kart. I can't remember what happened yesterday. I'm kind of tired. Long days since I've gotten back from Washington. But we are here. I'm so excited to be with you guys. And I'm sure most of you know now, but now I have someone that I am working with in my business who helps me with my second channel. He helps kind of turn my videos into shorts, and kind of just helps me batch my content, and it's kind of like my creation partner. And so he is helping me more with the back end, like editing stuff. I'm hoping to start creating more content for members, for the main channel, and for the Peak app, because I won't be solo doing everything by myself. So that should be making things easier these upcoming months. And again, for anyone who's just joining, the Peak, the app that I am working on or working with is launching, and so I am looking for a handful of people who use iPhone or Apple products to kind of be the first to test out the app and the programs on there. My stuff's already on there, and just to give some of your feedback on what you think of the app. So I'm going to give my mods and my clients placement in testing out the app, and then I will have a few extra spaces for you guys in the community. And so I will probably be choosing you guys through the Telegram group. That's where I have the easiest access to you guys and to message you guys and to reach out. So if you are interested in potentially testing out the app and you do have an Apple or you have iPhone, then join the Telegram, and I will see if I can get you a spot in that. I'm really, really excited. Yeah, so it's going to be basically like a meditation app, but there's going to be, right now there's only 10 creators on there. I'm one of the creators on there, and we basically have full control of the content that we want to create on there, and we can build communities inside the app. So we'll all have a Discord community for this community, and I have dream guides on there, guided meditations, I have just like audio classes, and I'm working on just tons of different types of content. And what's cool is I'm able to put on my full 11-hour sleep music tracks on there, so you guys can enjoy those ad-free. You'll have everything organized in an app, and I'll be able to create literally whatever I want on the app, especially if there's stuff YouTube really doesn't have a problem with my content too much because it's not like controversial or like crazy or anything, so most stuff that I create will be able to go on here. But if there is anything that like would have a problem on YouTube, for example, I can just add it to the app and you guys will have access to it. So it'll be super cool to play around with the content on there. So it is more of like a meditation / consciousness app, but my programs are definitely going to be catered to dreaming, astral projection, personal development. I have dream guides on there on how to remember your dreams, how to plan out your dreams before you go to bed. There's going to be like guided sessions, kind of like walking you into different states of consciousness. So I'm going to be creating a handful of everything, and I think I'll be able to add as much as I want on there, which is super cool. They're giving us like total creative freedom with that. So yeah. I'll be able to kind of experiment with some new styles of stuff. And then of course, everything that's on the app is going to be available for members. So maybe you don't have iPhone right now, and again, it's going to launch to Android users, but Apple was the first to approve the app. So if you don't use any Apple products, but you still want to see what is on the app as far as my programs go, you will be able to see those as a member. So Cypher, you do have access to the guided meditations and the dream work guides that are already on there so far. There's still some stuff that I just added to the app that isn't for members yet, but you will see those dream work guide type formats on some of the newer members content. Those are directly created for the app, so I will be able to add them for free for members, of course, for the membership fee, but easier access for those on YouTube. Are there going to be content from other creators? Yeah, so right now there is 10 total creators, and I am one of them. I think they just randomly, obviously not randomly, but they just chose different creators in kind of different niches. I'm kind of the only dream work person on there / sleep music person, but I know that they have someone for ASMR. I'm pretty sure they have someone for like hypnosis. There's people who are like anxiety coaches and stuff on there, and they get total freedom over their content too. So it's kind of cool that we can totally cater what our programs are to our audience, and I'll be able to communicate with you guys who are joined in the app, and we'll be able to have a little family in there, a little Discord server where we can all stay connected and perhaps talk about things that we would like to see on the app, so you guys will also be able to be involved. What's also cool is there will be kind of rewards for you guys for being subscribed to my programs on the app. There will be different milestones that we can hit as a community and that you could hit as a user for being a part of the programs on the app. So there's going to be tons of cool things that we can do. I can also add a ton of different incentives and just free downloads and free classes to the people a part of the app. So there will be lots of benefits for you guys as users. You will definitely be a part of the family on there and kind of get a say what you want to see next on in the programs. So yeah, hello Skip, what is up? Skip, do you use iPhone or are you an Android user? So I'll probably be able to choose a few of you iPhone users to test it out, and then it's working on already getting approved for the Play Store, the Google Play Store. So we are going, it is happening. Okay, okay, me too. I'm just looking for a couple people who use iPhone to test out. Yeah, that I'm sure we'll be able to find a few in Telegram. I'm also going to message my clients as well in the ongoing course that I have going on. And we're going to see. What is up? Clever, how's it going? So good to see you. It feels like forever. How are you? Also, do you use iPhone? I'm gonna ask every one of my lovely peeps that come in here because I'm just so excited. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And again, like, I'll be asking you guys in Telegram as well because it will be way easier to do in there. And yeah, I'll probably be able to choose like 4 or 5 of you guys. Oh, you use iPhone Cypher. Okay, do you wanna be the first official person to test out this app? Oh, okay, yeah, as long as you have access to the I'm not an Apple user, so I really don't know the exact, terminology of all of the Apple slang, but as long as you have access to the Apple Store, you'll be able to test out this app. And all I need is your name and your email, and I'll get you on the list to test out the app, and then yeah, well, we're just looking for feedback and to make sure that it's a good experience for the viewer before the app officially launches. But I'm so excited. So if it seems like I've been a little bit silent on this channel, I'm almost done with my website, like my full website, and I'm almost done with this app. So we're going to have a whole hub where we will have videos, classes, different goodies on my website. I'm going to be putting everything on there. No more tons of crazy sporadic links. Even though I love my link tree, I want everything to be easy to access, easy to organize, and to kind of look through. And I also want to find ways that it's like less work for me to create more, because I feel like I tend to overwork myself sometimes, and then maybe it seems like I'm not showing up to you guys because everything that I'm doing is like on the back end. And so I'm glad that I can finally kind of let you guys into some of the stuff that I've been working on that is now coming to fruition. So the app and the website are 2 of the things. Do you need my Apple ID or I think just any email? Yeah, I think just any email, because they're going to reach out to you. So the people that run the app, I'm pretty sure they'll just email you the information, and I'll just grab that from you. You're in Telegram, right? I can, if you don't mind just like sending me a personal message on Telegram, I can get that from you, and I can also find you as well on Telegram after this. But yeah, just a name, and I'm sure any email that they can reach you at. And I'm hoping to get at least 10 people. Again, I don't even know how many of my clients use Apple, so I'll keep you guys updated on Telegram, but I'm very excited to finally let you guys in to this whole thing. And you guys are gonna love my website. It is as blue as can be, of course, and it is gonna be fucking awesome. I am so stoked. Sweet, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, I'm trying to think. What else happened on the trip? Oh, they're over there. I got tons of art stuff. I'll have to show you guys, but I want to start doing little miniature paintings. And just sending you guys some, because I've been making so many. I don't know if I showed you this. It's hard to show you. It's on a penny. It's very... Do you see the sky? I promise it looks better than it's allowing you to see. Hello, focus. Oh, I worked so hard on the clouds. I wanted to show you. Anyways, it's a flower field with some super dreamy... Why isn't it focusing? I gave up. I'm so sorry. Thank you! I've been just painting on miniature things. I love little canvases. I'm trying to find the smallest canvases that I can. Right now I have like an inch by an inch canvas and some bigger ones that come with little easels. So I want to just start making stuff for you guys because it's been so fun. And I was going to show you all the little mini things that I got, but it's... shit is everywhere. I'll have to organize it and come back to you on that. Let's see. Okay, what happened after the 12th? I'll remember a lot more when I'm actually putting the content together. I filmed some things for you guys and took lots of photos, so I'll be able to piece the stories together. But I will say that I'm so excited to move to Washington. I'm so excited to be able to host meetups and retreats. I'm so excited to be in a space that I love, that will inspire me even more to write books, to create even more. I'm gonna have my garden when I move out there. I want to be very involved in so many new things that I'm not able to do here. Like, there's not much of an art community in my area, and I would love... Right? Yes, oh my gosh, Cypher, I need to show you. I'm getting excited. There's just so many things I'm working on that I want to show you. I'm trying to see what's in my immediate surroundings that's new. Maybe I should have planned. My bad. Oh yes, I went to a flea market. I got tons of teas. I got a blueberry tea. I got tons of soaps. I just wanted... There were so many artists out there, dude. Everywhere. Everyone was just passionate about their craft. Everyone was so excited. And I just was trying to, like... I just wanted to see as much art and to see as many people's creations as possible, because nothing changes the world like art does. Nothing allows people into your heart, into your soul, into your mind more than art does. I believe art can completely change the world. It ignites emotion. It takes you on your own journey. It all depends on the perception of the individual viewing the art. Everything is art, and everything can inspire art, and everything truly is a part of a bigger art piece. And I think it's magical just witnessing people's souls pour out when they are talking about something that they love. And that's one thing I love about Washington, is it's just everywhere. Weirdos, artists, new types of people that just want to like talk. Like, I met so many people out there. I was just at the park and I met a few people. We just exchanged numbers, and it's never been that easy for me. I don't do that here. I really don't. And so I'm just so excited to finally be out there. And I think it'll allow us to connect deeper too, because that's where all of the shit's going to be happening. That's where the meetups are going to be. That's where I'll be able to actually have a full creative space / workshop where I can make better videos on my art. Like, I'm in an apartment right now, so it's kind of hard to film my art or even do some of the art that I love to do. Like, one thing I love is pottery. I love to make bowls and cups and just things. I don't know, I just fucking love to make things, and I can't really do a lot of that here. So I feel like part of like my artist self is just like waiting to break out of her cage. And Washington, I feel so deeply, is the key to meeting so many new parts of myself. And I think, oh wow, okay, one sec. There's a sunset, and I want to at least capture it in my brain so I could paint it later. One second. Okay, anytime I want to walk and the sky's really beautiful, or there's just so much going on, and I don't have like my phone or something, I will try to recite the different colors that I see in my head so I can go back and paint them. Like blue-gray, peach-orange, lime-green, and I will just like try to label as many colors as I can in the scene that I'm seeing. And then as soon as I get home, okay, etch it out really fast, write down the colors, and just try your best to paint it later. And I just get yes, I think, oh, you're an artist, Clever. What? Oh my god. What kind of art do you do? Tell me all about it. I just feel so inspired by everything all the time. And it causes my attention to just be everywhere, and everything feels like a priority to create. Everything feels important to create in that moment. And so I think that's what gets hard for me as someone who loves to create, and even videos. Every video that I like that comes up in my mind feels like the next important thing. So I think that's where art can be paralyzing. You know, we think that we don't have any ideas, but really we just don't have clarity on which idea we want to commit to first, when we'll never run out of ideas. We think that we're not creative. If you don't think you're creative, look to your dreams. I guarantee you, you are way more creative than you think. But I think, yeah, a lot of the blocks with creating and being an artist is just kind of confusion and clarity of like, I think if you feel like that, like you don't know what to create next, or everything kind of feels like a priority, try to name your emotion that you're feeling right in the moment. And maybe that emotion will lead you to one of those things that is kind of like an extension of that emotion, because I found it is easiest to create something when you're emotionally connected with it at the time. If you've just set it on your to-do list for next Saturday, and then you get to next Saturday and you're like, this sucks, like I do not want to do this, you're not going to create your best work. So I think what's amazing about art is it's a dance with presence as well. You know, we try to plan when to be creative, especially if you have specific days off or this or that, but it's hard. It is hard to do that, right? A while ago, my thing was painting on Saturdays. Every Saturday is a creative day. That's what I tell myself. And then sometimes I'd get to Saturday and I just like felt horrible. Or there was nothing that I felt like I wanted to create. And I thought I just kind of had to push past that. But then there's nights where I just like light up and I have to paint. I have to paint. And I start like 50 paintings at the same time. And I stay up until like 7 a.m. My back hurts. My neck hurts. I can't move my head. But I still have so much that needs to be created. And I'm just like this mad scientist that will just go for like 10 hours. When I see myself get into that state, I'm like, oh, that's what inspiration looks like, that's ready to go. So I can't force, myself to be in that state. I have to wait until it's bubbling out of me, so much so that, like, everything I touch just turns to something that I could create into art. Like, you want to get into that state where it's just, like, it bleeds through you. That's what art feels like to me anyways. When you feel so moved by the idea, like, look for that emotional reaction, I guess. Because if you have a strong emotional reaction to something that inspires you or something that you want to create, like, I think that's your soul telling you, oh, this is actually where I'm supposed to go right now. And if that changes halfway through, hell yes. Honor that, because the artist within you cannot be tamed. It is untamed, it is wild, it is true, it is emotional, it is divine, it is mighty and masculine and yet soft and gentle. It is everything. Art doesn't follow any rules. Art is unhinged, art is loud and lively, but also such a soft voice as well. That's what I love about art, is it unlocks, it contains all of this. And I think part of that is listening to what aspect of that is within you that is ready to be out. Because again, it can be soft and gentle, it can be loud and mighty. Like, what is that deeper feeling inside you right now? And when you think about how you're feeling in that moment, what thought does that naturally take you to? I think there's so many strings of inspiration, we just have to lean on one, and what we're supposed to create will kind of be unraveled. I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, you paint and sculpt, you also make animal dolls? Wow! Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Oh my gosh. We need a little, I'm actually gonna be creating a public Discord server. So we're gonna have a public Discord server, we're gonna have the members one, and then we're gonna have the one for the app. And I want to have a channel for artists to kind of post their art and to promote their art and stuff. So I will let you guys know when that happens, because I see tons of artists in here. Jason, what's up? Clever, what's up? Oh, Jason, you want to test the app? Okay. Okay, yes. I'll message you. Okay, you and Clever. I got my 2 people. Okay. I'm so excited to hear what you guys think. I'm gonna scream, but I won't. But I could. And Jason, thank you so much. Jason got me the sweetest birthday gift. He got me this wooden, like, beautiful carving of Washington, and it has all the little landmark drawings. I'm not even kidding, Jason. As soon as I opened it, I just started sobbing. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. That was very thoughtful. I am in love with it. It is hung up right next to my plants where I can see it every day. You are so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Ronnie! Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for showing me some love, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys mean so much to me. And so I want you guys to know that even if it seems like I'm a little quiet on this channel, I'm still here. I'm present in Telegram. I release daily on my second channel, and I'm working tirelessly on content behind the scenes, like my website and this app that is literally launching, and I can't wait. Oh my god. And we're going to be creating endless stuff together. Endless. Retreats, there's going to be books, there's going to be classes, and I want to create my own app one day. Just like the best DreamWork app you've ever seen. A DreamWork app that you have been waiting for. Anytime you open another DreamWork app, you're like, why doesn't it contain this? Or, ooh, I really wish it had a way to work with some of the symbolism within my dreams. All those little things is gonna have all of them. And it's gonna be the coolest app you've ever seen for dreams. And that is a promise. There's so many things I have on my list to work on and create. And I am so grateful that you guys are here for the whole ride. And I just want you to know, do not take my silence on this channel. I know I still release content weekly on this channel, but I never want you guys to think that I have disappeared or I've gone silent. I'm still here. I'm just working on a million things, and I wish I could tell you about them all, but then then the wait feels so much longer. So I'm just like, why don't we just pretend it's not there, and then once I'm done working on it, boom, surprise, you can have it. You don't have to wait. Oh, every single night I go to sleep with your videos, Ronnie. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. You guys supporting my work, supporting the second channel, like especially your guys' support on the second channel. That's what allows me to really work on extra things. I really appreciate you guys and your support and just being here. Thank you guys. Clever, what do you mean? What do you mean, where can you send gifts? You are the gift. Duh. Jacob, what's up? Long time no see. Where did you visit in Washington? I live in Spokane. Oh, awesome, Jacob. So I was in Vancouver. I've hardly seen any of Washington, but I've traveled there like 4 or 5 times, and it's always been like in the Vancouver area because it's so amazing. I love it there. And I'm already starting to kind of learn the streets, you know, kind of learn the little, I don't know, it just feels more natural every time I go there. But I was telling Chance the other day, there's so much of Washington I haven't seen. And so we're gonna have to maybe go more up north next time and get an Airbnb in a totally different area. Again, I don't know like anything about other areas of Washington except now, because of Jason's gift, I can now look at all the little landmarks all across Washington and learn a little bit more about it. I don't know if you remember me visiting your YouTube channel. I definitely remember your name. It has been a while, right? How long? I don't remember how. I do remember your name, though. I feel like it's been at least a couple months. At least. Let me see. I wish you all abundance and love. Have a great night, Ronnie. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the track tonight, by the way. I love it so much. I love this one. It's a receive intuitive messages one. Let me see. Haley, I always get lucid with your sleep music. It's magical. I'm so happy that you say that, because I wanted to kind of create a style of music that I feel like we needed, but I have a hard time finding sleep music that I actually like on YouTube. Maybe you guys relate. A lot of the sleep music that I would find, it would be like just like kind of piano music, or it would just like kind of have sharp notes in it that would kind of startle you awake, or it would just be like a little piece of music kind of repeating, and your brain would almost like anticipate when it's going to repeat. Like, I don't know, there's just little things that really distract me when it comes to sleep music, and I wanted to find a way to still be able to listen to music, but to have it actually guide you into sleep, because I feel like a lot of music doesn't do that from my experience on YouTube. I wanted to create music that allows you to experience what it feels like to dream, what it feels like to be weightless, what it feels like to transcend normal human consciousness. I just wanted to create something dreamy and otherworldly that made you feel like you were already in the place you were meditating to get to. And reading your guys' comments, I read every single comment, and I respond to as much as I can, but I read every single comment you guys leave. And I am so blessed to not only have you guys, but that it's helping in the way that it is, as far as like the sleep music, and like I just get so excited. I just love you guys. Yeah, it's been a few months. I remember you saying, and hypothetically you visiting Spokane on your Washington trip, you talked about in the winter or early spring. I have a friend who lives in Spokane, so I definitely wanted to visit up that way. And I also have a couple friends near Seattle, and I was like, I just need to like, I'm like right barely into Washington. Vancouver is right over the Columbian River that is right across from Portland, Oregon, for those of you who don't know. Like, the only thing separating Portland or Oregon and Washington is this bridge and this river, and Vancouver is just right on the other side of that. So I'm like barely in Washington when I go there. So there's so much to see. There is still so much. And if any of you guys do live in Washington and you can tell me a beautiful place to star watch, a beautiful place to take my dog, and any places where I can eat all of the food of my dreams, please tell me. And maybe if it's in your area, I could come say hi. Who knows? I don't know. Finally, I can watch your live streaming video. Hello, how's it going? Coincidentally, I want to do a reality check for my lucid dreaming. Well, since you brought it up, we better all do one, because, guys, if you learn anything from me, if something makes you think about dreams, or even makes you question if you could be dreaming, or if you hear the word reality check at all, you should probably do one and check if you're dreaming. So, it's been a while, so let's do one together. I'll show you guys how I do my reality check. Of course, I don't do it out loud like this, but I'll just kind of tell you the thought process that I go through. Okay, well, it's 8:33 p.m. I look away, kind of will myself to see another number. Okay, it's still 8:33 p.m. Okay, where am I right now? I am in my office. Where am I with? Who am I with? I'm by myself, but Chance and Juno or here. Where was I 10 minutes ago? Still in front of my desk, still live. Is anything odd or weird about what I'm experiencing? It's oddly hot. Does that count? The temperature feels off. And that's what's cool about reality checks. They get you to think deeper about what you're looking at, and that's kind of the point. It's not necessarily the answers that you give, but it's the thought process that it gets you in when doing a reality check. So now I'm counting. I don't know if you guys can see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close my hands, look away, and then I kind of look at my hands again and count. This is if I'm doing a very thorough reality check. The lines on my hands are something I use a lot because we obviously get very used to seeing the lines on our hands, so we'll be able to tell kind of easily when it's off. But the dream has a hard time creating our hands as realistically as they are because there's so much detail. So if we do create a habit of looking at our hands and we happen to do that in a dream, the dream's probably going to make it not look exactly like your hands, which should be enough to tell you that you are dreaming, if you've built up enough awareness to notice that your hands look different. So that's why it's important to actually look closely, and when you ask yourself a question to do a reality check, to actually answer it. Actually answering it forces you to actually think about the situation and determine the result of what you're experiencing. And so that's pretty much what I do. Oh yeah, and then I close my nose and try to breathe in, because if we're awake, we should be able to breathe through our nose because we're plugging our actual human nose, right? But in the dream, I'm only plugging my dream nose. I'm still laying in bed with an unplugged nose. So if you plug your nose for a reality check in a dream, you should still be able to breathe just fine. So if I can't breathe right now, that should be telling me that I am awake. Okay, well, are you guys awake, or are some of you dreaming? I would love to hear how your reality checks went. I'm enjoying a dream state right now. Oh my god. Which dream state? I love dreams because it's such a spectrum. We can dream in really any state of consciousness. That's what I love. I've been having a bunch of dreams. About what, Anna and Bill? What? I would love to hear about some of the themes of your dreams lately. Do you guys notice that a lot of your dreams recur? Or are your dreams completely different experiences every time? I found, I don't know, I guess lately mine have been kind of random, sporadic, not really seeming connected. But I think they're definitely all connected on a deeper level. We just need to look closer at them. But I go through kind of phases of the types of dreams I have. And again, if you are someone who is wanting to deepen your connection to dreams and you're just writing your dreams down and that's it, that is enough to lucid dream. The only thing that you want to do is use your dream journal to look through to look for themes, reoccurring people or places, or unique symbols that show up. These are your dream signs. You're looking for signs that you're dreaming. What is off or odd or weird that happened in your dream that now looking at it you can tell, oh, that was a sign that I was dreaming. My subconscious was telling me in that moment that I was dreaming. You're looking for those moments. And sometimes it's very, very obvious, right? Sometimes a dream character will start talking to us about dreams or even telling us that we're dreaming. And sometimes we can recognize that and realize, oh, we are dreaming. Or sometimes we're just like, what are you talking about? I'm awake right now. It all depends on your awareness. And the awareness that you have in your dreams really correlates to the amount of awareness that you have during the day of your surroundings and when you do your reality checks. If you notice that like your dream could be screaming at you, like you are dreaming right now, and you still don't notice and you're just going about your dream, then that's probably telling you that you need to deepen your awareness and focus during the day when you are doing your reality checks. It's really amazing. We can see what we need to work on our change in our dream practice just by observing our dreaming self. Our dreaming self puts to work the stuff that we do during the day. So if something's not sticking, if something's not showing up in our dreams that we have been working with throughout the day, it shows us that we need to tweak something. So your dream world, your dream self is a direct reflection of your subconscious mind and what is sticking what new habits are forming and what's not quite there yet. So it's very, very important to look at your dream content and the version of you that is being played out in your dreams, because that tells you a lot about where you are right now, energetically, subconsciously, and emotionally, especially emotionally. So there are so many ways to work with your dreams outside of just working on getting lucid. Just your dream journal contains so much information about your inner self and your subconscious mind. So if you're just writing your dreams down right now, but you do want to deepen your connection to your dreams, to your subconscious, or at least let your subconscious know that you are listening and you are looking at the information that it is presenting you with, definitely just read through your dream journal, especially like the last week of dreams. Look at how they're different, look at how they're similar, and the main things that you want to dive into. Can anyone remember the 3 main ways to decode your dreams? There's 3 things you want to look at. And it has to do with kind of what's showing up in the dream. There's 3 main pieces to kind of decoding the symbolism within your dream. I will give you a hint. 1 is the themes of your dreams. There's 2 more. Does anyone know what they could be? This will help you kind of dive in deeper to any dream that you have. Just kind of following these three basic pillars, I guess you could call them, to dream symbolism. I had dreams of being at hotels. I have so much colors in my dreams. Amazing. And it's cool. It's like colors and textures and like things that you can't even perceive with your human mind. It's incredible. Oh, Haylee, is it okay if I ask a question about lucid dreaming? Absolutely. Absolutely. So the 3 main things to help you decode your dreams and to uncover the symbolism within your dreams. The first thing is the theme. Look at the themes of your dreams, because that's going to tell you so much about what the dream is actually about. Are you celebrating something? Are you running away from something? Is there a conflict with something? Right? So the theme is going to show you a lot. The next one is emotion. This is kind of the ruler of your dreams, because you dream through your creative and emotional body, and whatever your emotion is within the dream, it's probably something that your psyche is processing right now. So a lot of the times when you notice an emotion pop up in your dreams, you can trace that back to, where does this emotion show up in my life? Did it show up in my past? Does it show up in my present? Does it show up when I think about my future? A lot of us want to know what our dreams are talking about. And the emotion that shows up in the dreams is a key to which area of your waking life that relates to. So theme, emotion, and unique symbols. Now this one could be anything, but it is unique characters. Let's say you've been dreaming of your mother a lot. That's definitely a symbol. There's definitely something deeper to that, right? Because it's someone that you connect with, it's someone that you know, and I believe that our subconscious shows us different things in different ways for different reasons. So the main 3 things that you want to look for when you're going through your dream journal to kind of decode your dream, kind of understand what's being shown to you, is the theme of the dream, the emotion or emotions present within the dream, and any unique symbols that stand out to you. It could be a piece of jewelry that's been in your family for years and years and years. You dream of that. That could be a very important symbol, right? Any people or friends that you relate to or you connect with. That would be a good example of kind of like a unique, important symbol within the dream. Let's see. Last night I wrote it down in my journal that I will be in a certain place in my dream, and I did it in one of my dreams. A lot of the time it just takes intention and will. And kind of rehearsing that in your dream, I've noticed, helps. Like rehearsing it in your mind before you actually fall asleep. Just rehearsing that you're there. What do you do? What do you feel now that you're having that dream that you wanted to have? Just kind of putting yourself in the future tense of experiencing what you're trying to intend to happen in your dreams seems to be very helpful. So yeah, I love that cipher. let's see, it seems like after I wake up my dreams, I'm in a good mood. After I wake up, I'm in a hurry to go back to sleep to start after I love. Yeah, and dreams have such an impact on your day. You know, if you have a kind of a heavy dream, you kind of feel it throughout the day. And same with a good dream. But good dream, bad dream, I think it's not as black and white as that. Nightmares are actually the most healing form of dreams because you're able to process, integrate, and let go of so much that you've been holding on to. Nightmares are incredible for shadow work, healing, and releasing, and emotional processing. And so even if it feels a little bit heavier after a dream like that, if the dream felt very energetically high or intense, there was a lot of potential and a lot of power within that dream. Every dream that I've had that has like created the strongest emotional reaction out of me has been something extremely profound symbolically, or it's something that related to my life in a really deep way at the time, later, at some point. When I get lucid, there's something I want to do and I go ask for help from other people, but I just end up getting kind of sidetracked and doing other things. How can I increase awareness for my plan? So, as far as how we can practice building awareness in the dream through waking state is just to deepen your awareness before you go to bed, in meditation, during your reality checks, to do it inside the dream when you're already dreaming. You want to stabilize your environment. That's what helps tell your brain that it's a real experience. And so if you start rubbing your hands together, if you start feeling your clothes, if you start touching the walls or the ground, your brain's now not going to think it's a dream, it's going to think it's a real experience because you can physically interact with it. So you're going to notice the dream get more clear and stable as soon as you start touching things. And yeah, it's nice to just like, you know, touch the ground, touch the walls, but it's kind of hard to be stabilizing in that way when you're walking, like moving around. So for that, I rub my hands together because it's a way for me still to create physical sensation while still moving and walking around. So that's kind of what I use in the dream. And then, of course, once we start talking to dream characters or we start getting involved with other dream like stories or issues or what's happening all around us, we can forget, our brain can forget that we're dreaming because it's such a real and powerful experience. So what I do to counter that is throughout the dream, I will just remind myself that I'm dreaming. So maybe as soon as I get lucid, I start the dream by stabilizing, touching the grass, feeling the walls, and then I am dreaming. I am dreaming. I am dreaming. I am dreaming. And I will kind of walk around the dream affirming that I am dreaming right now, because that will kind of help, because you're dreaming in your subconscious too. So if you're repeating that, that's kind of like echoing in your subconscious mind because you're walking through your subconscious when you're dreaming. So I found that affirmations and intentions work really powerfully inside the dream. Like if that's where my like digestive healing story that's why it was so powerful, is because I did that work while I was lucid. And for those of you who haven't heard that story, that's kind of how this kind of all started for me, is like my healing story with my stomach. I have a couple videos on it, but that also was through in-dream intention and will and creating a specific emotion. For mine, it was to put me in the future tense of already feeling better physically, but for you, you'd want it to be something based on like focus and awareness. So maybe you can imagine what it would be like to be focused and clear in the dream. It's kind of weird how the mind works. Even in waking state, let's say that like there's a situation that's confusing you, that you're like, I don't know what to do. You can kind of sometimes ask yourself, well, what if I did know what to do? What would it look like then? And then a lot of times your brain has an answer. It's so weird. So often we actually do have the answers. We just need to ask the right questions. And so it's very cool to explore that within your subconscious, because it's like the unfiltered mind, you know? There's no conscious mind that's going to reject new thoughts and ideas. Like, you're inside that deep place already where your neurons fire and wire together. And so you can do a lot of amazing things within a lucid dream, and it sticks with you. It's not just like a dream that you wake up from and like nothing mattered within that dream after that. Like, I notice little changes within the dream work that I do in my dreams. But yeah, will and intention while you're lucid, invoking emotion, and allowing the dream to play along with you. You don't play along with the dream. You can, but you might fall out of lucidity. But watch how the dream plays along with you when you take the lead. Let's say that you're the director in the theme. People are looking for something or something in the dream. You're a part of this like dramatic story. You just like change the dialogue or like change the direction that the dream's going. Almost like you're acting. You'd be like, okay guys, we said we were gonna go over here, let's go. Or like just pretend like you already planned something out with these dream characters and just like present it in that way. And they'll just like, you're the total director. The dream will just kind of follow your lead. So a lot of the time we don't need to kind of try to follow the dream to see what it could turn into. We can take that director role just by using intention, will, and of course by the way we communicate in the dream. But definitely try that. Clever. And also, like, yeah, if your dream is ever feeling cloudy or hazy, and let's say it's like at the end of your lucid dream or something, you can still do that by like grounding the dream. And if it's still fading, you might just be at the end of your REM cycle. So don't move, don't wake up. Another dream will actually start, just randomly start a lot of the time if you just kind of sit tight in that like dark void area for a second. So weird. But yeah, you can do this throughout your dream, and just notice how much clearer and crisp it makes your dreams, how much longer they are, and how much more focus you have in your dreams. Because if you are stabilizing throughout the dream and you are continuously reminding yourself that you are dreaming, that's going to be on the forefront of your mind, so people won't easily distract you like normal, and you'll be able to actually follow out the plan or the quest that you had for your lucid dream a lot easier if you just start the dream off by stabilizing the whole time, at least as often as you can or you feel is necessary, and then just reminding yourself consistently, I am dreaming right now, however you want to say it. Awesome, can't wait. Dimensional said, loved Washington, might move there one day. Well, if you do, you'll have to let me know, because I'm gonna need some beach friends, dog family friends. I was gonna say dog mom friends, but dog dads also welcome. I love dogs, and I definitely want Juno to have friends when we move out there. So anyone that lives in Washington, definitely let me know. Let's see. I really enjoy listening to you. This is so nice. My wife kind of doesn't understand dreams. Feels more real when I'm dreaming. Totally. I so get you. And the reason why it feels more real when you're dreaming actually is because when we're awake right now, we are limited by the ability of the human body. Our touch depends on the sensitivity in our fingertips, right? Our taste totally depends on the ability of the human tongue and our taste buds. Same with our eyesight. But when we are dreaming, we are tasting, first of all, we are touching things through our mind, so we can feel levels of texture and temperature that like doesn't even seem to exist to the human mind and the human body. When we taste, we are tasting with our mind. So if you remember the best meal that you've ever tasted in your entire life, you'll actually get to re-experience that in your lucid dreams, because you are dreaming through your mind, and your subconscious mind saves every sound that you've heard, every taste that you've had, every feeling that you have had, and you can access that through the dream, which also means that you can access memories through lucid dreams and go back to your childhood home or go back to some really precious moments in your life that you miss. It's really interesting how the psyche works, but it's especially interesting to explore how the world feels all around us. Music as well. When we're listening to music within the dream, we're listening to it through our consciousness. It's not down to the ability of our physical ears anymore. That's what's so cool about dreaming, is it breaks us out of the limitations of the human body and allows us to experience the potential of consciousness itself, which is beautiful, and it's so exciting, and I don't feel like we'll ever run out of stuff to do or explore within this state. Like, oh, Guido's World, hello! I sent you an email with all my contact info. I was ready to treat you and yours to lunch or dinner. I did see that on the way when we were in Idaho, but I was totally packed the entire time because I was going for my birthday. We were with Chance's parents, and they already planned out some of the time with us, and we kind of were following and that's why I couldn't go live. I was hoping to go live with you guys, but I didn't expect things to feel so like from this thing to this thing. And I'm also not used to planning in the way that Chance's parents are, so I was not able to really find enough time to just totally chill on a live stream with you guys, but I did get some content along the way. I did save your email though, Guido, and I would love to let you know next time I'm out there if I have some time, extra time, and you're in the area. But yeah, it was so chaotic this time, and we were only there for like 4.5, 5 days, and we had so much packed into those days that we didn't even go to the beach. That was one of the things I was also going to plan. We didn't even go to the beach because there were just like, it didn't make sense as far as the time that we had. Did you have a birthday this month? Yes, my birthday was on the 12th, which, might I say, is the peak day of the Perseid meteor shower. So I'm very glad that I have my birthday on the 12th, because every year I get to watch a meteor shower the night of my birthday. It feels very magical, except except when I'm here in Utah and the sky is completely cloudy and overcast. But it was nice to be in a place where I could actually see the stars for my birthday. But yes, it is on the 12th. Yours is October 7th. Oh, happy early birthday. It's coming up. Yeah, Lionsgate is the same week. It's a crazy week. And I was born on a lunar eclipse as well. So the week of the Perseid shower, or the Perseid meteor shower, Lionsgate, and born on a lunar eclipse. Well, what does that say? One thing I know is it feels like space is throwing me a party with this meteor shower, and that's more than I could ever ask for. Oh my gosh, happy early birthday to you as well, Waking Bad Terror. Oh my gosh. Guys, so many birthdays coming up. Oh, I wish I could just like paint you all. I wish I could just paint you all a little landscape on a penny and send it to you. Oh, it's kind of working. I was trying to show you guys the clouds on it. Do you see that? Maybe I'll take a picture. It's harder than I thought. Oh, did you guys see, I painted Juno? I'm sure most of you saw this, but I've never painted a living being before, actually. I've never painted a human or an animal or anything. And this was my first try, and this was in one of those states that I just told you guys about where I get like crazy obsessed with art and I paint like 50 things in a night and like I break my neck because I'm like like just looking down for like 8+ hours. I just have to paint. There's something in me, it just has to come out. This was one of the ones that was kind of born in that. And also I already showed it, but I'll show it again. I painted I also used some gold paint and some silver paint to kind of add some accent. I think it's kind of cool. But anyways, I've been loving many things. Right? I know. I know I would do that every once in a while and kind of stretch out. Oh, didn't do shit. I woke up. I couldn't move my neck. I wanted to cry. I was like, oh god. I was trying to remember what happened last night that caused me to feel it, and it like was the feeling of like going all the way down your spine, just that achy muscle. I was like, oh yeah, I stayed up until like 8 a.m. painting, and I started at like 10 p.m. Who does that? Me. Especially when you put on a good podcast, you have your snacks, maybe you have some wine, who knows? I've been actually liking sake lately a lot for painting. I don't know. It's like kind of a very light, nice alcohol if I'm gonna drink anything. You're awesome. Oh my goodness. I asked you a question just at the above my comment. Oh. Okay, wait. I don't see... Oh, wait. Okay, thank you. I didn't see their comment. Do you think that two people can jump in the same dream? I've always wondered about that. So, you know, it's interesting. I won't say that it's not possible because I'm someone who believes that everything is possible. I truly believe that everything is possible. And even though I haven't experienced that, I have experienced influencing each other's dreams and having like very similar dreams, especially when you like plan it out with that person. Like for example, there's something that I've done since I was really, really little. Probably when I was like 8-ish, and I used to call it psychic games. I don't really use the word psychic anymore, it's more like intuitive, but I used to play these like psychic games with my friends where like we'd be sitting in front of each other and I'd rub my hands together and like create this energy ball in my mind, and then I would fill it with an idea, a color, a texture, a place, a feeling, whatever, and then they'd hold out their hands and I'd actually pass the ball to them. And they'd hold it and tell me if they could tell me what is like within that energetic ball that I sent them. So as an adult, I kind of do that same thing, but now it's like we're going to connect telepathically and I'm going to send you something in your dream, or tell me if you can guess what I was imagining at the same time. Like sometimes me and my friends from a distance will like meditate at the same time and we will try to telepathically connect our thoughts. It's kind of the same way with dreaming and out-of-body experiences and lucid dreams. I believe that you have to not only energetically be connected to that person, like, I think it works even better if you are, like, very close with that individual. But also, I think it's clarity and timing. And it really depends if you're trying to just send them a thought that they get sometime down the road, whether it's this month, whatever, or if it's like time sensitive, like, hey, let's see if we can influence each other's dreams tonight. If it's like that kind of thing, I usually at least have a moment that I connect with them to kind of like, I literally imagine a string connecting our thoughts together and me sending them information down, like the little telephone cup game. It's very visual for me, like, and that's how a lot of mental rehearsal is. You visualize what that would look like, and so when I'm sending someone my thought, or maybe I'm influencing their dream, I literally imagine a stream from my consciousness traveling very fast all the way to where they are and into their mind as well. And of course I think it's a lot easier to like let the person know that you're sending them something, because they'll be a lot more aware of it, and it's almost like their subconscious being open to receiving it. At least from my experience, and maybe that's just like how I think, but yeah, and I think building up some energy or excitement is also helpful. It's kind of the same with like lucid dreaming. I think you have a higher chance of lucid dreaming when you kind of get excited for it and set yourself up for it, because now your brain's kind of expecting it. Maybe you're just slightly more awake than usual when you're dreaming or when you're sleeping, because you're almost like waiting for the moment you're going to get lucid. It kind of like sets you up to have that experience. So I think connecting with someone, kind of coming up with a plan and be like, okay, this is kind of what we're going to do before bed, and then let me know what happens when you wake up. Just like setting up some sort of plan, I think, is very helpful, and just getting excited about that with the other person and making sure it's someone that you feel connected to, because it's only worked when it's been someone I'm really close to energetically, or I feel like understands the actual me, if that makes sense. Yeah, totally. And even in my group right now, we're running a prize like contest thing where I'm telepathically sending an animal that I want everyone to try to dream about. I'm running this year-long program called the Astral Project for astral projection, lucid dreaming, personal development. And so we run a lot of different experiments in there. We're playing this consciousness bingo thing as well. I'm just like coming up with cool game ideas. But yeah, one of the things we're running right now is like that telepathic type of thing. And it's so cool that now all of a sudden that people are now trying to see what animal will show up in their dreams, all of a sudden now they're all dreaming of different animals, and different animal totems are showing up during the day. And it's just interesting what happens when you kind of open yourself up to experience something, or you kind of, you know, open the door to that, to the possibility of something coming in. But it's really cool. And I've kind of just done it for fun and just for, you know, just with my friends and stuff. But it's been cool to actually try it with my clients now. And again, it's something I've done. I've always been this person. Like, again, I started doing this when I was like 7 or 8. And I got even my first tarot deck when I was 8 or 9. And I used to, when I first started getting into like using my intuition and like trying to learn about readings, giving readings to people and stuff, I was so new, I was so little. But when I was 9 years old, I actually started giving animal readings and intuitive readings with this like mediumship group of just like these adults at this coffee shop every Friday. And my mom would go with me because obviously I was so young and I didn't really know what I was doing yet. But I think that's when I really started to discover some of my, everyone has intuitive abilities, but I didn't even know what that looked like or how it translated, you know. And so I think just getting into that kind of stuff so young, and also my dreams were always intense. I was always having very intense nightmares that I would wake up in and try to wake myself up from. So I think I was just kind of opened up to weird, mysterious experiences super young. And so I started to run weird experiments and tests super young, and this little psychic games thing was definitely one thing that I played around with a lot. And it's cool. You can even do it with cards. Like, you know, you're sitting across from a friend and you're holding a playing card. Can they guess what suit or color it is? I mean, it could just be as simple as that, you know? And so there's lots of ways to use our dreams for that too, because our dreams are a direct connection, or a direct extension of our intuition. And so I think it's really interesting to see where the limitations are with that. And I can't tell you because I'm still exploring how far the rabbit hole goes. I haven't ran into, I don't know, it's endless. It seems absolutely endless as far as what the dream world gives us access to, because it's not like we're just traveling inside our psyche and that's it. I believe this is like a doorway to understanding consciousness, reality, each other, how we all connect on deeper levels. And it's, you just constantly have more questions than answers, and I think that's part of the beauty of it. So yeah, I would definitely just try running some intuitive, even with yourself, you know, there's different ways to kind of make your lucid dreams or out-of-body experiences more fun. Even just practicing them, like if you have someone who lives in your house, have them hide something in a drawer. Maybe you have different candies, have them choose one type of candy and you just have to dream of the color of that candy, or astral project to that drawer and see if you can find that piece of candy. Just giving you an extra bit of purpose to practice. Exploring consciousness, I think, is helpful, because when you just lucid dream to lucid dream and you don't really have a goal, it doesn't feel as emotionally important. And I think if you can involve like a close friend or a loved one with your practice, it almost like pumps you up even more, because now it's kind of like an accountability buddy, right? Like there's this actual experiment that you're running that does involve someone else, and it allows you, I don't know, it gives you even more fuel, I think, to explore dreams and out-of-body experiences and how it can actually benefit and be useful for our waking life. Of course, we've gotten into that for hours on this channel. We'll do it again, but it can directly not only impact our life, but make it so much more fun if we just explore new ways to use our dreams. So just like your dreams, you're an absolutely limitless being, and I think the more that we know it's limitless and we don't know everything, I think that's what allows us to experience more, that makes us curious, you know, once we can admit we know nothing. Because we truly, as human beings, we're just touching the surface of what is possible, and I think dreams are the way to explore that deeper. And one of my other dreams for this reality, this experience here on Earth, is to create a research center, a consciousness research center, where we can explore the impact of dreams, lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences, and how it can impact the human psyche, the human body, and even things that we can't see, like almost influencing certain things in certain ways in our life, like attracting opportunities. Like, where are these little threads connected through dreams, consciousness, and reality? And what blooms when they're all together, you know, when we use them all together in a specific way. So I think that the creative part of my mind just gets so inspired by the dream world, but then the analytical part of my mind wants to understand why things are the way that they are. And I think that there's this beautiful connection that happens between the two when we combine the critical part of our mind with the creative part of our mind. And lucid dreaming uses both beautifully. We have to use the critical part of the mind to get to the creative mind in the dream world. And I think it teaches us a lot about how to explore waking life deeper as well. I think there's so much to learn about how we are when we are dreaming, and how we know automatically as soon as we're dreaming that everything is connected and everything is an aspect of us. What if we understood that knowing in the waking state too? Because it literally is the exact same. And if we changed our perception to be more like how we view our dream world, I think that we can make the world such a beautiful, fun, playful place. You're a Gemini. Oh, interesting. I am very Leo. I am a Leo sun and moon and a Capricorn rising. So that's where that playful and then that little bit of business criticality comes in. You know, I walk this fine line where those two parts of myself kind of battle every once in a while between work and play. But when they connect on that perfect line, oh boy, is it beautiful. Story of my life, I'm constantly battling between those two versions of myself. But this is just an invitation to explore yourself more deeply, your emotions more deeply, your dreams, your potential, your talents, your gifts, your skills, your abilities, and what is truly possible for this life that you want to live. And if you feel it in your body, if you know it is meant for you, if you know this is the type of life that you want to live, it is meant for you. So it is not about if you deserve it, if you're worthy of it, you already are. It's just how to bridge the gap between where you are to where that is. And I do believe that we can make all of our dreams come true by using our dreams. Angel numbers 1111, synchronicity from Malaysia. Oh, I hope under this magical moment we all can make our dreams come true. Absolutely, using our dreams to create the life of our dreams. Thank you so much for that. It's 9:11 where I am, but hey, it's 11:11 somewhere. Everybody make a wish. And that is something I do every day. Anytime I see synchronicity. Mostly on the clock, but kind of anywhere. I think any opportunity is a chance to make a wish. I heard from Aurora, which was so beautiful. She believes that every apple contains a wish. And before you take that first bite into an apple, you close your eyes and you make your wish. And biting into that apple symbolizes it coming to fruition. I think that's very beautiful. So hopefully that opens your mind as well about all the ways that you can wish and dream for what you desire. There's not just specific times set for that. The world is your canvas, always. I love you guys so much. I have a bit of work to do tonight before I head to bed, and I can't tell you how incredible this was to talk to you for this long. It's been a while since I think we had a similar time together on our last live stream, but it's been a couple weeks. I usually stream at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but I've been pushing it a couple hours because of the work I've been doing. But if you are interested in updates on the content, how I'm doing, or when the live streams are going to be, make sure to join the Telegram, and that is in my bio. but I don't believe it's on the live stream descriptions are a little bit weird. You can go to any of my most recent videos, and one of the first links you'll see is my link tree. You can also just find that in the bio of my Instagram, and that will have all my resources, my community Facebook group if you're a Facebook user, Telegram if you'd like a more accessible way to connect to the community, and all of my links, whether it's the merch shop, second channel, anything that you could need as far as a resource for this community should be on there. And again, my website is almost done, so I'll update you guys on that and the app. If there's anyone who is interested in testing out the app, who uses Apple products and does have access to the Apple Play Store. Is that what's called? Apple, the App Store? I don't know. I don't use Apple anything. But maybe join Telegram and shoot me a message. I do have a few spots for those of you who do want to test out my new content coming out on an app this month. Again, it's only out for Apple users right now, but it will be released to everybody shortly. I do think it's coming out on desktop next, and then Android will be the last to get it. But if you're interested in being a part of the content that is being released on the app, but you don't use Apple, I actually give access to everything I release on the app to members on this channel. So if you become a member, you will have access to other exclusive videos just for members and content directly from this app that is launching. So you don't even need to leave YouTube. If everything's already here in one place and you don't even use Apple, you already have the content that is on that app. So just wanted to let you guys know those updates, and I am so grateful for you guys. I love you more than anything. I truly don't know what I would do without my dream family. I just hope you guys know how much I love you guys. Truly. Bye, Shelby. Bye, Clever. It was so nice seeing you again. Take your time with everything. We'll be here. I love you. Thank you. I'm really feeling grateful enough just by seeing you enjoy and do what you like. Thank you. I love you guys so much. You guys give me so much purpose, and you guys make my heart so full every single day. I am so excited to see you again and to continue to create for you. And I hope you guys like the track that just got released on the second channel not too long ago. Again, I release nightly content on my second channel. Check it out. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. I love you guys. Thanks again for joining. So good to see you again. And as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity. Bye. Love you. Say bye, terrarium. My little bug friends in there. See you later.